so very, very important in ultimately creating that goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, difficult to predict the outcome of this one. I mean, they're not without opposition, as I often say to you, and FC Dallas have knocked it around equally as well. I think we would agree that probably a draw at half-time is probably the right result. Although, to be fair to the Fortuna defence, they've coped pretty well with the likes of Heiser, who scored a hat-trick in the last game, and really, Hannah Warner didn't really have a save to make.
Yeah, she had one. She had to come out and slide a little bit. That she did a good job, and a lot of other stuff kind of to her hands. But again, I think we talked about Fortuna center backs, Haley Van Fossen, Rachel Hummingbird, putting themselves in the right position to kind of thwart those attacks before they kind of turn into something really dangerous from FC Dallas.
And a word for Coach Wilson and the coach of FC Dallas. I mean, they've used their substitutes very, very well, haven't they? I mean, he's made changes. They've swapped it around. As you said, Coach Wilson went a little bit more attacking in that last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. So really good coaching from both of these coaches tonight.
Yeah, obviously very experienced coaching staffs. They know what they're doing. They've both had very successful careers. So exciting to see the adjustments that they make at half, what things they want to change, what players they move around. I mean, everybody likes to be that brilliant coach that puts that player in, and then 30 seconds later they get the goal. So it makes them the most brilliant coach ever. So I think it'll be exciting to see what adjustments they make.
We'll take a commercial. I'm going to see if I can persuade Brittany to run over there to Andolini's Pizza and get me some pizza, because I keep staring at that van. So we'll take a break now. We'll bring you more news of pizza, more news of the second half with about 9 minutes to go till the girls come out. At halftime here, it is Fortuna Tulsa 0, FC Dallas 0.
Stay active in our multi-level fitness studio with a yoga, strength and conditioning equipment,
they're going to make that goalkeeping change again, maybe. So keep an eye on that one.
Okay.
Hannah's number one, isn't she? She's out there.
We know you'll love our executive business center.
Page is 32.
With a coffee bar, a pet washing station, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all common areas, and so much more. Check out the flats on our channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Michael, are we getting any tweets?
It's hard to find them.
Yeah, I know.
People told me they tweeted in, but I can't find them. So,
would it be on Fortuna Tulsa?
Check. Download their entire page.
Yeah.
Without special hashtag.
It's difficult, isn't it?
We're having street problems.
Do you want me to tell them, make sure you put in hashtag Fortuna Tulsa so that, we can find it easier?
I say that. You say that.
Okay.
Oh, right. I think that's one of his family. Thank you. What was that on? Fortuna Tulsa?
I just searched Fortuna Tulsa and clicked the latest.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, there's a horrible picture of my head.
Oh, that's good.
You look all right. Listen to David Brittany. Who's that? Who took that?
That was really sneaky, whoever did that.
I don't know where you. What else would they be tweeting in? Because my wife's watching, she normally looks at me. I don't get where it would be. It's not Fortuna Tulsa, where would it be? Have they got a Facebook page? Cool, I freeze out.
Fans, put your hands together for our TSC 2007 and 2011 girls. Also, put your hands together for our Stop Initiative program and the Fish family. All the referees in green shirts are from the Fish family. Thank you for all you participants out there in our halftime show.
Oh, are we going to speak about that? Died. And that's Izzy, who was in the car wreck. That's Ashley. And she is working on being able to walk again. So they're sewing. Yeah. We actually knew him. And so they're selling shirts and the bracelets to help support.
That's coming on. That's really good. You want to come back, or are you having trouble? Oh, okay. Are we not on anything then?
On Facebook Live, the YouTube feed will connect now. Facebook feedback us. So if I stop the stream, it stops on both Facebook and YouTube. I have to be a blue screen on YouTube. Facebook and YouTube have been back on. How long does that what do you think?
Well,
We don't have that many YouTubers on Facebook.
I think we have to keep going with Facebook, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, we just upload Facebook
Can we upload? Can we upload later from Facebook to YouTube?
Or take that video and put it on there. It's just posting the video.
Yeah. We're ready to come back whenever you want to.
I don't know if they've set the tent up to buy the shirts. I don't want to see it.
No, it's only do it if you do it.
Just read.
I'll leave it up to you if you want.
Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. I can lift you up. I can show you what you want to see and take you where you want to be. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. Safe and sound.
Ready?
Yes. Well, around about 2.5 minutes to go until the teams go out for the second half. In fact, the Fortuna Tulsa girls, as I speak, are walking back onto the field. We've certainly got a lot more shade going on now over the field, but still a beautiful night for a game of soccer. And as we keep saying, Brittany Scraper alongside me, Dave Saunders, it is a very evenly poised game, isn't it?
Absolutely. Both sides had good opportunities, great possession, a lot of positive things from both sides. Great defensive play from both sides. Very interested to see what adjustments the coaches have made. We kind of discussed that a little bit going into the break, just to see what adjustments they're making here, see how the second half goes.
Yeah, don't forget that on Saturday the 9th here at the University of Tulsa, it is FC Wichita who are in town. Another decent side. There's no easy games in this league before the girls go on their first away trip to Lady Demise in Springfield, Missouri. And then it is Little Rock on the 15th of June. You can get all of this this schedule on the Fortuna Tulsa website. And then there's a busy weekend, actually, because a couple of days after the Friday game, Little Rock, it is Texas Spurs who are in town. 2 p.m. kickoff, that one on Sunday. There's the girls warming up. So the game's coming thick and fast, Brittany, and we can't wait for the next one. It's really fun to watch, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we're having a great time up here. I think everybody else that's out is having a good time. I think you see both teams walk onto the pitch with big smiles on their face. They're doing what they love. I'm sure they're loving the shade that's kind of covering the pitch a little bit for the second half. But all the fans, everybody out here, it was an exciting first half. I'm sure everyone's really excited for the second half going forward.
Now, quickly looking at the girls warming up there, the 10 outfield players, we may have a goalkeeping change. We'll keep our eye on that. But it looks to me like Coach Wilson is going to start with the team that finished the first half. Possibly there might be one change, but it's pretty much what you saw at the end of the first half, which was a very attacking lineup, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It looks like Schwartz is coming back in. She had a great first half when she was in, had a lot of helped create a lot of chances, was really strong, and a lot of great first touches on the ball. Obviously had that one shot that she was able to get off. But again, if I was Coach Wilson, I would be sticking kind of with that attacking mindset. Obviously, the higher you press on the field, the higher you press, you're going to win the ball earlier. You always want to win the ball closer to the opposition's goal.
Well, there's the lonely figure of the referee, Matt Trotter, who's saying, come on, both teams want to get this going this second half. But both coaches there just going through the last few words of encouragement. Thank you again for your company here on Facebook Live. And we are really set for a cracking second half. Plenty of smiles, as you say, on both sets of players. I mean, it really is. It's a developmental league, isn't it? And girls getting their opportunities on a pretty big stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the environment here and what Fortuna Tulsa have done is incredible. I mean, I had the opportunity to play in this league in the past, and then I know coming to an atmosphere like this, a beautiful stadium, all these people, all the music and the vendors and the food trucks, and we've talked about that pizza that we want incredibly badly, but all the other sponsors and everybody else that's out here, it just creates like an atmosphere that's electric, and I think you're kind of seeing that kind of translate into the game. You've kind of got that like Friday nights feel kind of going on where you get up for the game, and I think we're seeing both sides step up to the challenge and both playing really well tonight.
Well, what about this for a front four, if you like? Schwartz, Goins, Wagner and Beffer. That's the front four for Fortuna Tulsa. We say a front four, it's still probably going to be a 4-3-3, although we look down and Parker Goins is playing on the left-hand side. Maybe it's more of a 4-2-3-1. We'll come on to that. There has been a goalkeeping change. Paige Hobart will play in between the pipes in this second half. Great clean sheet kept by Hannah Warner in the first half. Goalkeepers union, as it were. Both girls getting on extremely well. Has Beffer won the throw-in off Thornton? No, I don't think she has. So, second half is underway here. 0-0 the score. And there is the throw-in and the ball flicked on. But back will go Hayley Van Fossen. And there is Paige Hobart, who clears left-footed. And Malone will feed the ball here to Beffer. Beffer crosses the halfway line. Great run from her up the middle of the field. Still the ball, Anna Beffer. Can she get a shot in? She certainly can have a go, and that's not too far over, Anna Beffer. And if you are FC Dallas, give Anna Beffer that space at your peril.
Absolutely. I'm sure she loved that they were giving her that space. I mean, you saw Tatum Wagner make a good run across trying to kind of pull defenders away. I think it gave Anna Beffer a little bit more time on the ball. And if you're going to give me that kind of space, of course I'm going to take that shot.
Yeah, out come FC Dallas. Goins gets a little toe in there. Beffer, Goins, Schwartz now onto her left foot, and she was just nudged a little bit wide. Good defending, but good play again for Fortuna.
Again, yeah, it was a great ball from Parker Goins. Good run from Sierra Schwartz. I think, I think FC Dallas's defense is very physical, but they've done a very good job defensively of just kind of pushing Fortuna off just a little bit so they can't quite get the strike that they want. They can't quite get the angle that they want to kind of finish it. So props to FC Dallas's D back there.
Just to rub it in, there's a man that's just walked along with 4 kind of plates of, the last bits of crust of a pizza. you know, just as if to say, you know, you didn't quite get that pizza at halftime, Dave Saunders. You know, you'll just have to look at the scraps on my plate. Now, that's a great ball here. Schwartz now onto a left foot. What a cracking tackle that is. And I think she's hurt herself, actually, as the defender there. I think the defender is Jada Holmes. But that was a great challenge.
It was. Yeah, it was a good ball. I mean, you could just kind of see that it was going to be a great service from Sierra Schwartz on that side defensively. I mean, she timed her tackle really, really well. It looks like she's kind of maybe came over the ball just a little bit as she was making that tackle.
Yeah, she has, and she will be a big miss. She's had a pretty good game. I've been impressed with Houchin and Holmes at the heart of the FC Dallas defence. 0-0 the score, but it was good from the attacker Sierra Schwartz there, a girl that you know very well. We talked about in the first half. You know, she really has made a difference coming in on the first half and coming in at the beginning of the second.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we kind of talked about Yolanda Thomas in the first game, the difference that she made, and just having that experience of players that, you know, they've played a lot, they know what they're doing. I mean, it just kind of adds a different element to the game. They do a great job of just settling the play, playing really smart, clean passes, but in the end, it makes a huge difference in the overall flow of the game. Just kind of settling the ball down, you know, maybe not playing the rushed ball, being able to have that composure and find and place the ball that needs to be played. It makes a huge difference in the flow of the game.
First corner of the second half for Fortuna Tulsa as Raietparvar, Vida Raietparvar, that is, comes in wearing the number 2 shirt for SC Dallas. Now, girls go front post, go near post. There's a header down and Goins goes in, and in the end, Trinity Thomas just gets there for FC Dallas away for another corner. Good pressure from Fortuna, Brittany.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great corner. Good service from Anna Beffer. Got up there. You thought maybe Parker Goins could sneak in on that backside just to deflect it off, but they get to have another go at it.
Everybody back in a red shirt, excuse me.
This is obviously the side where all the corner kicks are going to be taken. FC Dallas had several in the first half. Now Fortuna's going to have their go at it.
Indeed. Here's Beffer's corner. Right-footed, good one under the keeper's nose. A whole load of players go in, and there's a shot from Tatum Wagner. It's wide. And she was about 8 yards out, but it came to her a little bit quickly and maybe a bit hurriedly hit it past the post.
Yeah, it's hard when those balls just kind of show up right in front of you. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of congestion in that space. You just got to kind of do the best you can to try to just get something on frame in that situation.
Here's Martin, left back, long ball forward. Underneath this is Hummingbird. Flicked on, though. Heiser's there with Haley Van Vossen. Both of them getting a little bit tangled up. There's no decision for the referee there. Van Vossen does well to hold off Heiser, and in the end, good defending from Van Vossen, and Heiser commits the foul.
That's good experience defending. You always love your center backs, your defenders, whenever they go in hard and they're able to get the foul from the forward. That's one of those kind of funny things, but that's a sign of a great defender right there.
And great defender she is, Haley Van Vossen, wearing the number 3 shirts, had another good game in this settled back four. Here's her partner at the centre back with the free kick, Rachel Hummingbird. Blankenship doesn't get anything on that one. Malum, who's had the best chance of the game, battling away, trying to win that one for Fortuna. Rachel Hummingbird goes in for a challenge, and no quarter given there. Really good challenge there coming in from Mendiola for FC Dallas.
Both sides going in really hard on that challenge right there. I mean, clean tackle though from both sides there.
Martin's throw bounces into the box, volleyed away by Blankenship. Here's Beffer, runs into a couple of red shirts, but here's Goins in the centre circle now. Striding run from the former Union girl. Comes off, nearly ricochets to Schwartz and cleared away somewhat. Here's Raietparvar.
Yeah, a little heavy touch from Parker Goins there, trying to take that space quickly in the middle of the park. Unfortunate there.
Player goes down under a challenge from Wagner. No free kicks as the referee. Trinity Thomas there, laying the ball off to Raietparvar. Raietparvar's sisters combining, and that's easy for Hummingbird just to nod the ball back here to Paige Hobart, who's come on as the second half goalkeeper for Coach Wilson's girls. That one is out as the AR. Going to be a throw in here for Chelsea Suprise. who started the game. Didn't finish the first half, but she's back on, and that will be a Fortuna ball. Cora done it. Well, I called it. We called it, but unfortunately it's been called the other way. If you're a Fortuna fan, this is a good turn. Low ball in. Hummingbird gets there. Does extremely well. He's done it. Been pushed off the ball by Heiser. In steps. Good challenge from Malone. But forward they come again to FC Dallas. And here's Mendiola. Trying to go round Hayley Van Vossen, excuse me. And Hayley does extremely well there. Not many people get past her, Van Vossen, do they, back there?
No, not very many people get past her at all. You can see over there she's doing a great job of getting low, getting that center gravity low, getting her body between that attacking player and the ball, and doing a good job as well of not giving over a corner. Definitely, as a coach, you don't want to give those corners away easily, and she did put in that extra work to not let that happen.
Raietparvar there laying the ball off here for Heiser. Heiser here laying the ball off for Raietparvar. That's KImya Raietparvar, and in steps Goins and concedes the corner, but all working for the defensive cause for Fortuna. Good play from Parker Goins there. Going to be a corner which is going to be taken by Chelsea Surprise. She is the right back, wearing 16. So it's going to be the corner for FC Dallas with the score at 0-0. 54 minutes gone. Here is the corner then from Surprise. It's one towards the back post. There's a header in, but that's an easy catch there for Paige Hobart. And that will make Paige feel really good because she's come in and caught the ball a couple of times now in this second half, having come on at half time. FC Dallas with a little bit of pressure. Hummingbird here, ball bounces, she volleys the ball away. Brought down here by Thornton. Webb just got caught there a little bit by Schwartz. This is a good turn by Belicia Mendiola. Still with the ball. Feeds in Heiser. Heiser, as I said in the first half, got the hat-trick in the 10-1 win. Here's one of the Raietparvar sisters tipping the ball over, but there's the ever-reliable Hayley Van Vossen again, sweeping up, doing what she does best.
Absolutely, that's what you want to see from Fortuna. One thing that you're kind of seeing, I think that FC Dallas is getting a lot of time in the middle of the park here. I think the sisters there doing a lot of work, a lot of creativity on the ball that we're seeing from FC Dallas. It's starting to give Fortuna a little bit of an issue here on this right side and in the middle of the pitch so far in the second half.
Here's Heiser, goes down in the box, and the referee's given a penalty. Rachel Hummingbird it was with the challenge on the back of Heiser, and the referee right there, and no hesitation, points to the spot, and FC Dallas have a golden opportunity. Brittany?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see the replay of that again. I think the way that the match has gone so far, I think that's a little bit of a soft foul. So we're going to see throwing it here.
Here's the penalty. We must go back to the live action. Here's KImya Raietparvar, who's going to take this penalty for FC Dallas, and she scores easily into the net. And the deadlock is broken, and we'll come back and have a look at the replay of the foul committed by Rachel Hummingbird, and it is FC Dallas who take the lead with that penalty.
FC Dallas goal scored by number 9.
Let's see if we can have a replay on the foul. Here it is. Brittany, take us through this one.
Well, it's a throw-in. It's a good throw-in from the side. You see Rachel Hummingbird behind her there. I mean, it looks like maybe she tried to reach in and get the ball, and she's maybe clipped the back of her heel a little bit. I mean, definitely not the free kick that you, or the PK that you want to give away if you're Fortuna in this game, the way the momentum's kind of going.
Well, we'll see how Coach Wilson's girls respond now. They trail by a goal to 0, and immediately they're back on the attack. That's away, a hurried clearance from Martin, who rather sliced that one. Hummingbird with a strong challenge there, determined to make amends for the foul that she claimed innocence of committing. Referee right there, to be fair. And here is Beffa. Anna Beffa just wins it back there. Does extremely well, Beffa, here now. A little bit of trickery now. Strong challenge coming in there. Referee deems that to be fair. Beffa goes down. It was Raietparvar who was with the strong challenge. And FC Dallas now playing with a lot of confidence. And here's Surprise. Long run from her. ball into the box, held off by Van Vossen well, and that goes through to keeper Hobart, and you can just see there's a bit of a spring in the step now of FC Dallas.
Absolutely. It's been a really close game, a very hard-fought game from both sides, and when you just kind of get that little relief, you can just see the extra excitement coming from FC Dallas. But Fortuna's doing a good job of trying to come back here and press going up the pitch.
It's Beffa with Thornton. Now Malum will try one from a long way out. Down goes the keeper, Emily Alvarado, and collects easily, but a good shot from Taylor Malum.
Yeah, good strike on goal. She hit it clean, kept it on frame.
Plenty of confidence still for Fortuna. It is only 1-0. Penalty scored by KImya Raietparvar.
Yeah, just as easily as a penalty is given on one side, the same thing can happen on the other. I mean, the momentum and the flow of the game can change really quickly.
Malone just got caught in possession. Here's KImya Raietparvar, the scorer of the penalty. And she was taken slightly late, says Mr. Trotter, the referee. So that will be a free kick to FC Dallas. Coming up to the hour mark. 1-0 to the visitors. Crowd staying with it on this beautiful warm night. Sun has gone in now. A few subs warming up. Probably on the Fortuna side more. Here's Surprise with the placing the ball carefully for FC Dallas. It's a long way out. Is she thinking of striking one here, or will it be one of those clip balls trying to get in behind the blue line of defenders? Here's Surprise then. It is that clipped ball into the box. Out comes the keeper, does extremely well, and Hobart did extremely well there. Here's Malum, who's had under 20 women's national team experience. FC Dallas will play again on Thursday at Texas Spurs in this league. So no rest pretty much for them. Fortuna back in action, as I've said, against FC Wichita on Saturday. Here is Tatum Wagner. Good run. She was caught slightly late there, and the referee will say that will be a free kick to Fortuna.
Yeah, another good decision on the referee, just kind of waiting just a second to see if playing the advantage would be more of the advantage, and it wasn't there, so doing a good job of calling back to the foul. So it is advantage to Coach Tyler Powell, who's new this season, down there in his blue shirt. Here's Van Vossen's clip ball over the top. Is a great ball here for Cora Dunnock. Cora Dunnock now onto her right foot. Looks for help, gets it in the shape of Parker Goins. Goins slips past one defender. Goins will now go into the box, goes round three. Parker Goins here. Can she pull the ball back? She can. And there's no one there. Where's it going to fall here? There's a shot coming in. It is blocked by the defender, and another shot from Beffa. Just goes over the top. And Fortuna Tulsa are really knocking on the door. Excuse me, it's Schwartz with the effort there as they make a substitution. Brittany, we've got lots to talk about there, but the run from Parker Goins shows the confidence of that young lady. Absolutely. Well, we've said her name several times in the first game, several times tonight. She's a special player. She's great at taking people on. She's very deceptive with the ball. When you're defending her, you really kind of don't know what she's going to do, and then she just kind of makes that sharp cut. And you see her work her way through all those defenders. Great ball that she played back or cross. Unfortunately, Fortuna just maybe not quite in the place that they needed to be. Good effort from Sierra Schwartz to try to get one back on target. But again, good thing to see from Fortuna, pushing, pressing, trying to get that goal back.
Here's Beffa doing exactly that. Goins. Right-footed ball in. Could be too close to the keeper, but Wagner was right there and it only needed a touch. But one of those difficult for the goalkeeper, isn't it, when it comes over the top of a defender?
Absolutely, yeah. It's bouncing in there. There's traffic. I mean, who knows what can happen there. You just get a little bit of a touch.
KImya Raietparvar here plays in Trinity Thomas, who clips the ball towards goal, but it's wide of the target. Disappointment from her perspective. And there'll be another FC Dallas substitution here. Coming into the fray is the number 15, and that's Athalie Palomo, who came on in the first half at left back. Girl coming off the field there is the number 7, and that is Belicia Mendiola, who's a pretty decent player. Having a little rest there. So Palomo will go on with Martin, both of them playing together now on that left-hand side for FC Dallas. Here's Thomas. Good header from Dunnock, who just got a leap in there. KImya Raietparvar clips the ball over, and that will go all the way through harmlessly for the goalkeeper, Paige Hobart. Just going back to the penalty, it was a well-struck penalty, right in the side netting, obviously a competent penalty taker.
Absolutely, yeah. From what we've seen tonight, she's a brilliant player, great skill on the ball, and a very well-taken PK.
Here's Tatum Wagner talking about being good on the ball. Got the ball from Beffer. Up against Martin. Oh, and she got clipped. Did she know, said the referee. So ball up now towards Heiser, but in steps Hummingbird. Hummingbird with a good ball to Wagner again. Wagner now up against the central defender, that's Sarah Houchin. Here's Wagner now. Ball into the box. Where's it going to fall? Schwartz can't get it from under her feet, and it's cleared by FC Dallas up towards Heiser, and that was extremely close, Brittany, to somebody, and it looked like Schwartz having a really good opportunity close in on goal.
Yeah, I think Tatum Wagner kind of getting her revenge. I think that might have been a foul. She got clipped on that previous run, and getting the nutmeg on the end line there, get a little revenge. Good ball from Tatum Wagner. Unfortunately, just maybe not quite far enough in front of Schwartz so that she could get a good touch. Good battle here from Schwartz, though. Yeah,
Schwartz does well. Houchin does well. Result, Fortuna corner, and it's going to be a substitution. And Anderson is going to come back in. She came on in the first half. She with the long brown hair will come into the action. Hannah Anderson. Plenty of substitutions, as we said. It's a rolling sub, so you can come off, come back in again. And that's Raietparvar, one of the Raietparvar sisters that comes off there. Vida Raietparvar. Corner to Fortuna Tulsa, who trail by a goal to nil. 64 minutes gone in this pulsating battle. Here's the ball into the box. It's towards the far post, and a good punch from the keeper there. Had to do well because there was a whole host of players around her. Result, corner, but good pressure on the keeper, Brittany.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to kind of make the keeper's job hard. Make it to where it's not easy for her to come out or see her judge the ball. Another good ball from Beffer coming in. Again, you just feel like Fortuna's close to getting that goal. They just haven't quite gotten what they want.
Here's the corner then from the left-hand side. This time it goes short here to Blankenship. Blankenship now, what can she do? Clips a lovely ball into the box, headed away. And the danger averted there. Good thinking, though, from the girls there, mixing it up, Beffer and Blankenship there.
Yeah, can't always make it super predictable. Got to keep the defense on their toes a little bit. So good decision there on the short corner.
That's really good play in a tight space from FC Dallas there, showing what they're about. Here's Thornton, a big, tall central midfield player, directing traffic out towards the left-hand side. Houchin, Anderson, Martin now in possession. Thornton again. And here's Surpriest, Chelsea Surpriest, stepping inside the challenge of Parker Goins. Blankenship wins it back, though. Cora Dunnock that was involved, but here's Raietparvar now. Hummingbird steps in, long ball from her. Good header from Martin up to Thornton. Thornton now against Beffer in the midfield. Now Schwartz is there, Goins is there. Thornton, ball down the right-hand side. Haley Van Vossen here just concedes a throw. In good defending from her. Her and Heiser have had a really good battle tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a great battle all over this pitch all night. Both sides fighting, battling for the ball. Pretty physical game. I think we've talked about that so far.
It is a physical battle. It's a good tactical battle as well, isn't it? Here's Heiser. 1-0 to FC Dallas. Penalty. Chelsea Surpriest was caught slightly late there by Parker Goins. She's okay. She gets up, gets on with it. There's been no sort of rolling around on the ground or anything, has there, Brittany? It's been, like you say, a good, hard, fair battle.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, we're girls. We don't do all that flopping around and doing anything. But yeah, it's been a great. Nothing intentional, nothing on purpose. Just going in hard, physical game.
Throw in to the girls in red from FC Dallas. These two will meet again on June the 22nd in Frisco in the return game. Games come thick and fast in June, and a couple creep into July. That is an offside. In fact, I can tell you that there are 2 away games to finish the season for Fortuna. They finish at FC Wichita on Saturday the 7th, and preceding that, Monday the 2nd. And that one, those 2 away games will end the season. Back to the here and now, 1-0 to FC Dallas. 23 minutes to go in the 90 minutes to be played here. Beffa there, just not controlling the football as she would have liked. Anderson flicks the ball on here to Trinity Thomas. Her through ball is to Heiser. Heiser now inside the box. She's been driven wide by Hummingbird. Those 2 clash for the penalty. Ball cleared by Fortuna, but rather given away here to Chelsea Surprice. Surprice now, can she get a right-footed ball in? She certainly can, to the far post. And there is a volley that hits the post. And Fortuna, which means lucky, live by their name there, Brittany, because that was very close to being the second goal.
Very lucky indeed. I mean, the game's kind of opened up a little bit for FC Dallas. I mean, Fortuna struggling a little bit to put pressure on FC Dallas when they get the ball. I mean, giving them way too much time, way too much space. You kind of saw it kind of culminate there. Good service down the line, good cross, and then hitting that back post. I mean, very lucky for Fortuna.
Actually, Kidderman with the challenge there. We're going to see the introduction of Cara Smith, who put that beautiful ball through for Taylor Mallam in the first half.
Yeah, I think Tara Smith had a really good first half. She injected a lot of life into Fortuna in that first half when they needed it. I think they're definitely needing that at this moment.
So switch up. Parker Goins it is who comes off. She's worked hard for the cause. And Smith has kind of gone on the right-hand side. Beth has come a little bit towards the left-hand side. Schwartz stays up front. Good header away by Hummingbird. And there's an offside, says the assistant referee. So, is there an answer from Fortuna Tulsa? They trail by 1-0 with just over 20 minutes left in this one. Ball cleared up towards halfway, flicked on by Beffa. Schwartz goes in for the challenge. Ball falls nicely here for Blankenship. Blankenship now, Dunnock is there and so is Schwartz. Schwartz has been driven wide to the left-hand side. Here she is just spinning the ball back inside to Beffa. Beffa under pressure, but she does well there to nutmeg the player, Trinity Thomas, and switches the ball back for Dunnock. Dunnock now onto her right foot, into the box. Underneath this one is Thornton, who heads it wide towards the left-hand side to Palomo. Thornton again, who's been a very good player in the central midfield, to Anderson. Anderson looks up ahead of her. She's got 3 red shirts. Chooses to go wide to Palomo on the left-hand side. Palomo now with Kidderman for company. Brings in Heiser. Heiser back to Anderson. Good possession from the Dallas girls here. Martin's ball into the box. Doesn't reach anybody apart from Cora Dunnock, who is in acres of space here at TU, and she'll bring the ball out for Fortuna, and they defended that pretty well, actually, Brittany.
Absolutely, yeah, great defensive save. I mean, well done by Ashley Kidderman. Hummingbird on that other side, doing a very good job defensively, just to kind of not give FC Dallas a lot of options. But here again, you know, we know FC Dallas is a good side, and they're coming right back.
Throw into FC Dallas, and there's going to be Hannah Malone, I think, is going to come back in, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's, see who's coming off here. I think it's Blankenship, isn't it? So Malone for Blankenship. That'll be a straight swap.
Fortuna, number 2, Hannah Malone.
Hannah Malone, who started this game in the central midfield. Hayley Van Vossen with a strong challenge, heads the ball away. Heiser, Natalie Heiser there, felt that challenge a little bit. 1-0 the score then. Crowd slightly quiet. They need a Fortuna goal here to really liven this up, and we'll see a fantastic finish to this game. That's an offside against Heiser. Fortuna have kept that line pretty well, Brittany, tonight. There's been a few offsides. that's good discipline at the back, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's one thing, not playing together, this back line, a whole lot, and this being their second game, and they've done very well defensively, being able to kind of coordinate. All it takes is one person to be a little off for that not to work out. So they've done a really good job defensively and working together to kind of hold that line, throwing FC Dallas offsides a few times here.
Yeah, Hannah Malone got the toe in there. Schwartz thought it was her throw, but it is an FC Dallas ball.
You always assume it's your throw.
Absolutely.
It's what you got to do.
Absolutely. So FC Dallas on the attack again, but again, Van Vossen, who, well, they've all played pretty well, but she, for me, has been outstanding at the back. Wayne Farmer gets a cheer there for being acting as ball boy. Does amazing work. Wayne Farmer off the field, of course.
We all love Wayne.
Here's Surprise. Left-footed ball into the box. Volleyed away. Ball's going to fall nicely here for Tara Smith. Smith will go down the right-hand side looking for Tatum Wagner. Will she get there ahead of Sarah Houchin? Well, they got there together. Houchin just got the touch, and in fact, it came off. Wagner, says the assistant, on the far side throw-in. And I think we're going to see the reintroduction of Rennie, aren't we?
Yeah, looks like Renee's coming back in. I thought she did well in the first half. Looks like she's going to come back in the middle here. Sarah Schwartz is going to come off, get a little bit of a break, and a buffer moving forward. And then putting Taylor Mallon back up here on this left side.
Yeah, it's a good move, isn't it? Good move. And as we said,
Fortuna Tulsa
is
substitution coming on
a
the
very
field.
experienced
Number 6,
player.
Renee Wilson.
In her 30s now, plays her soccer at Riverside, Northeastern State, former student. Houchin then to Martin. Good play from her, and she'll spin this ball to this near side here to Chelsea Spreece. That's just bounced over her head there. It's an interesting play there, and it's going to be a throw into Fortuna.
Fortuna will definitely take that.
Yeah, Dunuck up to Malum. Malum runs into Spreece, who wants the throw. Referee says no, that's going to be a Fortuna ball. Couple of subs, in fact 3 subs. Going to see the reintroduction of Gracie Hare for Cora Dunuck. Just wonder whether Coach Wilson might be going 3 at the back here, or will Gracie Hare be coming in at left back? A couple of substitutions for Dallas. So coaches again shuffling the pack. It is Fortuna, of course, who have to come from behind. Jessica Dowse, the number 10, is on for FC Dallas. Still 4 at the back. I think Gracie Hare's gone into left back there.
Yeah, she's given Cora Dunuck a very, very much needed rest. She's played the whole match so far and done a great job.
Pretty much played. Sorry, Brittany. Pretty much played the first 90 against Oklahoma FC as well. So it's settled back 4. That's a good one too. And that one's just overhit in the end from Malone. 1-0 then to FC Dallas. Time beginning to have a way now for Fortuna. They've got 15 minutes. Is there going to be a shot on frame to test the goalkeeper, Emily Alvarado, in the FC Dallas goal? Here's Surprise.
Fortuna definitely in the second half struggling to get some things going in this second half and creating those chances. Obviously, saw a great chance from Parker Goins a little bit ago, beating those 3 defenders. So there's been some positive things, but here in the last 10 minutes or so, Fortuna's been struggling to kind of get the ball forward.
Here they are now trying to do exactly that. Wagner, though, under pressure from Palermo. Wagner and Palermo there together. Ball comes back here to Rachel Hummingbird. Long ball from her. Surprise misses it, so does Malum. Malum will chase. Back go Oliphant. And Oliphant says she wants the throw, and she has not got the throw. It's gone Fortuna's way.
Don't forget the next game will be here Saturday against Wichita FC.
You never know.
For more information, go to Tulsa. Fortuna Tulsa.
And then it puts Fortuna in a dangerous position on the field.
You're right. Bad first touch there, I think, from Anna Beffer. Just goes over the white line. But pressure and never giving up in a Fortuna shirt. They're really pressing. tired legs out there, but they've shuffled the pack somewhat, the coaches, both teams. But it is FC Dallas who have the slight advantage, the penalty separating the two sides. Well, it doesn't matter if you lose your hairband, does it, if you win the header? And that's exactly what Hannah Malone did there. She won a double header there. Little push from Hailey Van Vossen on Heiser. It goes down right on halfway. So, free kick to FC Dallas, who are looking quite professional out there. I think I would use the word.
I think that's a great word to use. They definitely are. Obviously, coming from FC Dallas, it's a pretty big organization. They are pretty professional. They know what they're doing out there.
Absolutely, mostly local girls, as we said. Lots of national team experience as well. Good play from Malone again. Throw into FC Dallas. It's going to be taken by Surprise. Tries to get it over the top, but there's Renee Wilson to clear the ball. Again, FC Dallas will take their time with this throw-in. The crowd have been faithful to this game tonight. A few of them came in slightly later. Maybe there was some people had to finish off their work day and then get down here for a 7 o'clock kickoff. And again, it's a brilliant crowd here. A couple of players finish up on the ground. Holly Fant now with the ball onto her left foot, spins a good ball into the box, and in the end it's cleared away by Rachel Hummingbird. Parker Goins could be coming back into the fray. Jessica Dowsett was the blonde number 10 for FC Dallas there, who got the slight shot on goal, or tried to. Good defending again. Referee will consult with his fourth official here. There's the girl down on the ground. She looks in a bit of pain there. Does I think it's Heiser, isn't it, down there?
I believe so. Yeah, they all went on that tackle, that challenge on that side, and it looks like she just kind of maybe landed kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, I think she did, and I think there's a bit of cramp in there as well that they're working on both legs, poor girl. So time to be added on at the end. Coming up to the 80-minute mark, and you always feel there's one more good chance in a game when you're trailing the game, isn't it?
Us for the post-game party at Fuel 66, located at 2439 East 11th Street in Tulsa.
Time again. All it takes is a little bit of magic to happen. Somebody who beats somebody, the game open up. You kind of get that half shot off. You force the defender to make a mistake. So it's never over until the game's completely over. And I think Fortuna's had several chances. They've got a lot of great players, a lot of dynamic players on the field. So I think, you have the confidence and the faith that, they'll be able to piece that together and keep pressing. Obviously, we've seen that they haven't stopped working. Taylor Malum making a 40-yard run to pressure the ball in the sideline, just kind of gives you an idea of what kind of side Coach Wilson's side is, that they're going to push and they're going to press until the very, very last second of the game.
Anna Befford is who comes out. Parker Goins will go back in. Still being worked on is the girl, I think it's Heiser there on the sideline. She is actually off the field now, so I think technically the referee is going to say, well, we'll carry this one on, girls, with 9 minutes on the clock. But of course now you think maybe 3-4 minutes to be added on at the end. So 1-0 it is to FC Dallas. Just that penalty separating the two sides. Thanks for your company here on Facebook Live. Brittany Scraper and yours truly, Dave Saunders, bringing you the commentary.
Fortuna Tucson would like to thank all the fans out for tonight's attendance at 945. Thank you for your
945, so just nearly 1,000 there. Obviously, the opening game, I think, was always going to be the one, wasn't it? But that's a pretty good crowd for.
It's a great crowd for a Tuesday night.
Yeah, and for this league, I've watched a few of the other games, and there doesn't seem to be many people watching at all. So there's a shot going down. And a good save, indeed it was, from Paige Hobart.
Yeah, well done. Paige Harbour, well read there. Good dive.
Douse with the shot. Yeah, did well, got everything behind it, just what you need from your goalkeeper. It's Douse who had that shot. Wilson battling away in that midfield, as is Malone.
Willen's had a great game. She's put herself in a lot of good positions. She's done a really good job of just kind of somehow like getting a leg out there to kind of just stop some of those penetrating passes from FC Dallas.
Yeah, they've been hard to stop at times, but that's a good header away. There's Hummingbird clearing the ball. Where will it fall? Tara Smith with Thornton there. Thornton kind of let it go. Cleared away by Houchin. Good play by Gracie Hare there. He's come on at left back. Here's Tara Smith now. Smith forward. Finds Malum. Malum stabs the ball forward. Finds Wagner. Wagner now will go to Tara Smith. Smith now will run at defence. Tries to go between two. She's in the box, and then a good touch there from Anderson, I think it was, to stab it back. Here's Douse. Going infield here to Palama. Palama now will cross the halfway line. She's got two red shirts ahead of her. Still going with the ball. This is a great run from the left-hand side. Tries to thread it in there to Trinity Thomas, who made a good run, but Hummingbird gets a good defensive leg in, but that was a great run from Palama down that left-hand side, Brittany.
Absolutely. I think you're kind of seeing some tired legs from Fortuna on that side, though, giving away a lot of real estate that they not wanting to give away right now in this match. Obviously, they want to keep the ball. They want it. They want to keep it so they can get a goal back.
Indeed, they do. They trail by a goal to nil. Katie Smith is going to come in to try and do exactly what you just said.
Coming back onto the field for tonight, number 24, Katie Smith.
Katie Smith, so both Smiths on the field. I think it's Hannah Malone who came out there. Corner then to FC Dallas as they look for their second goal. And that's a great catch from Paige Hobart. Just what you want from your goalkeeper, Brittany.
Absolutely. Nice and clean. A lot of confidence.
Ball bounces once. Pulled down by Paloma, who looks a pretty good player, although, as I say that, she's given that one away. Kitterman forward to Wagner, who is wide on the right, goes infield. Lovely 1-2. Here's Wagner into the box. It's a great ball, and it just doesn't quite get to Parker Goins. Here's Rennie Wilson, tries to drag back, doesn't get anywhere near it. And just for a moment, that was Parker Goins looking to get that one. We'll come to Brittany in a minute, because here is Parker Goins going at the defence again into the box. Can she pull this one back? She can't. She goes into side netting. But just before that, it was a lovely 1-2 between Malum there and Wagner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a great run by Tatum Ladder. Does a great job with the ball at her feet and running at people. And she did a great job there. Good service across. I mean, again, Fortuna just struggling to kind of find themselves in like the right position in the box to kind of get that deflection, get that touch to get it on frame and get it in the back of the net.
5 minutes to go before the board will go up from our fourth official. Surprise now running forward past one challenge. Here's Anderson. Looked as though it might have been controlled by the hand there. Ball over the top, looking for Ollie Fant here, who tries to pull it back. But Gracie Hare gets in, and that will be a corner ball. So more defending to do, and this is the wrong end of the pitch if you're a Fortuna fan, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely with the scoreline being the way it is right now. You don't want it on this end. You want Fortuna with the ball at their feet pressing and pressing on that FC Dallas defense. But I think we're seeing FC Dallas as being maybe a little bit more fitter side. I think that's kind of breaking out in the second half. They're able to kind of make those runs, make good decisions on the ball.
Surprise came in. It was Anderson with the volley, which there's a few O's and U's in the crowd, but it was way, way wide of the target. And Paige Hobart will take a left-footed goal kick hurriedly, and almost too hurriedly, because that one's gone out, and that's going to be a throw-in for FC Dallas. And Beffa's going to come back in. So Anna Beffer, the captain on the night, coming back into the midfield.
Yeah, a lot of great things from Anna Beffer tonight. I think it showcases her skill and her technical ability. I mean, she's had, some pretty nice nutmegs. She's had some great services on the ball. She's been really strong.
Yeah, girl coming out there was Katie Smith. So tactical change. Here is Beffer. Van Vossen gets a toe in there. Good challenge there, won by Anderson. Good drag back from Beffer now. Striding run from her. Good ball inside here to Tara Smith. Tara Smith, though, is dispossessed by Anderson. Raietparvar now looking to go over the top, but that one's going to go out for a throw-in to Fortuna. And we look at the stadium clock, and we're coming up to the 88 minutes to be completed with the score at Fortuna 0, FC Dallas 1, as you can see on your screen. Here's Malum. Cleared away by Webb. So Fortuna now with late flurries on goal needed. Here's Goins. Good ball into Wagner. Wagner manages to get the ball out to Taylor Malum. Malum, ball into the box, and there's just nobody there. Great ball in, but just, as I said, nobody there at all to get on the end of that one.
Yeah, good ball, good movement around. It's just, again, I think, we're kind of coming back to maybe a little bit of a chemistry issue, maybe a little bit of a fitness issue, a few things there. Fortuna just struggling a little bit to get themselves in the right places at the right times, and that's kind of the key thing. You're there at the right time, and that just seems to be Fortuna's struggle tonight.
Here's Dowse's shot, but that's way wide of the target, so a goal kick to be taken by Paige Hobart, and we're going to see the reintroduction of one of the Raietparvar sisters, Vida Raietparvar, comes in, and she will be replacing FC Dallas's number 12. That's Oliphant. So here is the goal kick from Hobart up towards halfway. Strong header back from Thornton. Underneath this is Gracie Hare with Trinity Thomas for company. Raietparvar now will feed the ball to Anderson. Anderson will bring in Palomo. Palomo driving run towards the box with Wagner. And that's an offside, says the assistant on the near side to us. Been plenty of offsides tonight.
Yeah, Fortuna's played that offsides line pretty well tonight, but they're going to be looking to try to go forward quickly here because they're desperately running out of time.
Time running out, as you say. I want to look at the fourth official. I think he's holding up three minutes there.
Looks like it's going to be three or four possibly.
Yeah.
4 minutes added on to the second half. 4 minutes added on to the second half.
I think he's saying it's 3. Stadium announcer's gone with 4. I think the stadium announcer's right. It should be 4, I think. But they've gone with 3, I think.
Yeah, I believe the fourth official saying 3. Wishful thinking. If
correction, 3 minutes added on to the second half.
Yeah. Of course, now if there's an injury, it might be 4. But 3 minutes to be added on. Of course, this all came from Sir Alex Ferguson with Manchester United, saying that referees weren't adding on the right amount of time. So we now have this kind of board that goes up at the end of the game. If you're new to the game of soccer, it's the amount of time the referee deems has been wasted through substitutions or through injuries. Still FC Dallas professional to the last here, wanting to keep possession of the football and not give Fortuna a look in at their goal, but it is the girls in blue that come forward again down the right hand side. Can they get a ball in? Thornton does extremely well there to foil the danger.
Yeah, again, FC Dallas on that on their back outside defenders have had a brilliant game, shutting Fortuna down, not giving them a lot of options.
Wilson back to Kidderman. Kidderman now into the box. A good one in there. Now it's going to fall here to Gracie Hare, who shoots and scores! Oh, Gracie Hare with an amazing equaliser. We played nearly 92 minutes, and Fortuna's Gracie Hare becomes the first Fortuna girl to score a goal. And what a hit it is. Fortuna Tulsa 1, FC Dallas won. Well, what a hit, Brittany. Right at the end of the game here. I wonder if we get a replay on this one.
Well, we've talked about stoppage time. We talked about all the exciting things that can happen. Great ball. It just kind of falls to her. Great composure. Well struck. Nothing the goalkeeper can do about that.
Fortuna goal!
Well, it's taken 182 minutes, and Fortuna scored their first goal of the season. 1-1 it is. Is there going to be one more opportunity for either team here to win the game? Here's Thornton. Fortuna have got to be careful now as Thornton puts the ball over the top, but there's another offside, and maybe there's one more chance here with 20 seconds to go. Ball pumped down the field. What a hit from Gracie Hare.
Absolutely.
It may have taken a slight deflection, but I don't think anybody here in this stadium really cares. It was a great left-footed hit, and I think she stood there stunned just for a moment. What a hit.
Yeah, cool thing. I mean, Gracie Hare is one of the youngest players on the team. She just graduated from Broken Arrow High School. She actually had the game-winning goal in the state championship game. She has the first goal for Fortuna Tulsa.
And the two coaches will come together at the halfway line here and shake hands. It was a really, really good game. And I think probably, Brittany,
After 90 minutes
I
of
would
play,
suggest that that's about the right result, isn't it? It would have been harsh on Fortuna if they'd lost that game.
Thank you for
I
coming out
agree.
for
I think
tonight's game.
both
All the
sides
fans and
played
supporting
very,
women's
very
soccer
well. I
and
think we're
Fortuna
seeing
Tulsa.
two extremely talented groups here.
Make sure you come out
so I
next
think
Saturday as we host Wichita
that
FC
point,
here
having that
at
draw
Hurricane
is a
Stadium.
really fair result for both sides.
Please join us at Field
And as you
66
say,
for
a
our
great
post-game
moment
party
there
with your
for
players and staff.
the goal scorer,
Sponsored by the
Gracie
Flat Top
Hare, who,
Archery.
well, if you're going to score
Make
a
sure
goal,
you stay up
score
to
it that
date with
late on. I mean,
everything
92
Fortuna on
minutes,
the web.
literally a minute left. What
Please
a
drive
hit from
safe
her.
and
Yeah,
drink
very
responsibly.
exciting. I think we saw a great reaction from the stands, from all the fans here. I think everybody's, been feeling it's going to happen, and you just kind of want that, that icebreaker goal, that thing just kind of relieve all that stress and pressure. And what a great goal for the first goal for Fortuna. Excellent.
Nearly 1,000 fans in as well. We knew it wasn't going to be quite as many as the opening night, but the crowd have stayed with it, and they've been rewarded. Let's call it a reward, haven't they?
Absolutely, it was a reward. I mean, that whole game was a reward. It was a great game to watch, extremely fun. A lot of great soccer from both sides. One thing really, really good to see is you saw a lot of really good technical skill from both sides. I mean, you saw FC Dallas being very, very skillful going forward. Great skill on the ball, great movement, great passes, but then also you see Fortuna, you see players like Anna Pepper nutmegging people and pulling it back and moving the ball around and the skill in the ball. So really, really exciting thing to see, and something that's super, super amazing to see for all these young girls and all these players out here watching. They can see players like that. Anna Pepper is somebody who is constantly trained. She's constantly working. You see her at Soccer City all the time, working on her skills, working on those moves in the game. And then, you can see how flawlessly she performs it. So it was a great example for all these young players, all these young girls that were, playing at halftime and things to see, what you can do, and what an amazing atmosphere and thing for women's soccer in Tulsa tonight.
It is. We're keeping our eye on Jackie down there, who's pitch side. We're hoping to maybe get a chat with the coach or one of the players. So stay with us here on Facebook Live. We've just been watching a fantastic game of soccer. Going back to the penalty, I don't never, ever want to criticise referees, and I'm not going to on tonight because I thought Matt Trotter, the centre, had a fantastic game. On another night, maybe not given.
Maybe not given. I mean, I feel like it was a little soft. We'll say it was a little soft. I mean, she is in the box. She did fall. Maybe she caught her a little bit. FC Dallas definitely deserving of a goal. They did a lot of good things. For your Fortuna, you're maybe a little frustrated with that call there. But I mean, in the end, Fortuna playing really well, fighting through being down. It's not easy. They're tired. It's hot outside. You're starting to get frustrated. You didn't score in the first game. You want to score in this game. You want to, like you said, reward your fans, and great character, great showing from the Fortuna side to come back, get that goal.
Well, I tell you what, Brittany, let's take a very short break, and then what we'll do is we'll see whether we can get an interview or two with the coach. But score 1-1, fair result. We'll come back with some replays and some interviews after this very short break. Is she not? She's down there. Can you talk to the cameraman? Tell her to go and get coach if she can.
Yeah,
or even the goal
Gracie.
scorer, Gracie.
Gracie Hare.
Michael, can you tell her that?
18 in the
18, yeah.
In the pink headband.
Get either Gracie or... Okay. Yeah, 18, number
pink,
18.
Yeah, and she's in the pink headband. 18 in the pink headband.
18?
In the pink headband.
You can come back to us. Come back, yeah. Welcome back into the University of Tulsa. There's still plenty of people here, as I said in the first game, Brittany. They don't want to go home because they've just seen an amazing finish to this game. It's finished 1-1 between Fortuna Tulsa and FC Dallas, and we are going to be moments away from speaking to a girl, I'm sure, who's going to have a big, big smile on her face, and that is one Gracie Hare there. She's just been taken to our camera. Really quickly, how pleased are you for Gracie? One of the youngest players in the squad, as you said.
Yeah, extremely pleased. If she's come in, she's played really well. I mean, and the composure that she had on that strike is incredible. And for her to be one of the youngest players and get that goal is incredibly exciting.
Well, it is incredibly exciting for us as well because we've got her pitch side with Jackie. So we'll send it down to Jackie now, who is with the goal scorer, Gracie Hare. Thank you so much there to Jackie's with Gracie Hare, and she wanted to give Cora Dunnock a shout out. Cora had a great game tonight. I mean, they all played well, and I thought, again, credit the coach, Brittany, because he shuffled the pack, and in the end, it paid off. They get a really, really important result, 1-1 against a very strong FC Dallas side.
Yeah, they needed the point. They needed the result. It is a very strong side, and we talked about several times, you know, what a great team they are. The level of talent that they have is immense. Great reaction from Gracie Hare on the sidelines over there. Good shout out to Cora Dunnock, who definitely deserved it. But you're right, as far as Fortuna, I mean, everyone did have a great game. I mean, everyone came in, they played their role, they worked hard, and the coaches did a good job of kind of like shuffling players around. I mean, Fortuna, you know, luckily for Coach Wilson, he has a lot of players that can fill in different roles and play in different positions and kind of serve, you know, in different roles and stuff throughout the game as it progresses. And we saw a lot of movement, saw a lot of players move around, play some different positions, and I think everybody executed and did very well in that role that they were playing. I mean, and they worked, they hustled. I mean, they battled for every ball. I mean, and that's what you need. And in the end, you know, they were rewarded for it. They got that result. They got that first goal that was eluding them for so long. So very, very exciting to see. Very excited to be a part of. To be here and be watching it. And I'm very excited. So I think it's just a lot of excitement, a lot of happy faces.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, it is exciting to be part of this. I mean, we know, you know, off the field, Wayne Farmer and Barry and Dave, the owners, you know, and now I look down, this is what Fortuna Tulsa is all about. I don't know if we've still got our cameramen upstairs, but you see families on the field talking to the players. And might I add, it was a very sporting game. There they are. Look, there's balls being kicked around on the field. And it's been a really, really good performance, and this is what Fortuna Tulsa is all about. It's a family club, and everybody's there to see.
Absolutely. I mean, you love seeing all the kids playing. I mean, and all it does is just cultivate that love and passion for soccer in your community. And one thing that you touched on kind of early in the game is Fortuna's done the group and the team have been around lots of Tulsa events and lots of things going on, supporting Tulsa, supporting the city. I think you're kind of seeing the city kind of supporting Fortuna tonight as well. But I mean, it's something amazing to see. I think it's something that, in the past with past things that Tulsa has had, we there wasn't this level of support. There wasn't the level of investment in the city, and so I mean it's absolutely exciting to see. And again, it's very exciting to be a part of, and it's something for me as a somebody who's very, very passionate about soccer, very passionate about soccer in Tulsa, and knowing a lot of these girls and coaching these girls, and it's just it's something that's amazing to see and very excited to be part of.
It certainly is, and I want to say as well that we're going to look at some replays here, and the first thing we're going to look at is the penalty here, which was very well struck by Raietparvar, wasn't it?
Absolutely, great placement. No one's going to save that. Very, very far corner, right in the very corner of the net. I mean, very well placed, well taken. Nothing really the goalkeeper can do
And
about
just
it.
in the corner of the right-hand side of your shot there, number 2 and number 9 there, the Raietparvar sisters there with Paloma there, and the keeper as well, who did pretty well, Emily Alvarado, but she was beaten in the end by Gracie Hare Strikeman. We're going to have a look at that now. I don't think we'll be tired of seeing this strike time and time again. Brittany, what a strike this is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it just falls from the right place. Good touch on the ball. And again, we just talked about kind of like the composure. She knew she had to get that shot off. Fortuna was running out of time. They needed that equalizer. I mean, she hit it clean. I mean, as a coach, you're just like, get a good prep touch, set yourself up for success. She did that, and then she finished it brilliantly, and then elation from the fans.
And it was in the 92 minutes were up. It was a fantastic goal, and we can see it. I think we've got a different angle on the goal, and we'll just see how good this strike was from young Gracie Hare. You said she's one of the youngest in the team, just 18 years old. And here is a different camera angle. Here she is, and she strikes this so well, and the keeper well beaten there.
Absolutely. I mean, she just hit it so clean. She pulls it across to that upper right side of the post there. So, I mean, everything Fortuna wants there at the end.
I'm surprised that she came on at left back. Who am I? And she was up there pushing forward. It would have been finally, Brittany, final comment from you before we wrap up. It would have been very harsh, wouldn't it, on Fortuna if they'd lost that game tonight?
Honestly, Dave, it really would have been. I mean, there's a lot of anticipation, there's a lot of build-up, and there's a lot of support for Fortuna, and there's a lot of love for it. But at the end of the game, people want to see wins. They want to see goals. They want to see your side win games. And so to get 2 losses in a row, I mean, makes it a little hard. I mean, yes, they're playing brilliant sides. The teams at the Oklahoma City FC, FC Dallas, both very, very good teams. Probably, arguably, the hardest 2 matches that they're probably going to find in the conference. I'm sure they'll have lots of other, very, very great opposition as the season goes on. But, I mean, you come away, your first 2 games, you have 2 losses. I mean, if you're Coach Wilson, it makes your job a little harder, makes it a little bit easier for the players. They're a little frustrated with that result. So, I mean, Fortuna, bottom line, needed that goal very badly, and it fell for them, and it changes things, relieves that pressure, it gives that excitement. At the end of the game, that's so fun. It makes the fans want to come back and keep supporting. So it's an incredibly important goal.
You say the fans come back; they won't go home. They're all
they're just
here.
going to be here actually for next Saturday.
Absolutely, and that's a great cue for Saturday. We'll do it all. Job tonight, and for our camera operators who are still here, and we thank them very much. Brittany, I thank you so much as well. For me, Dave Saunders, for the whole team here, we thank you for tuning in here on Facebook Live, and we'll do it all again on Saturday. Final score for the final time for the University of Tulsa is Fortuna Tulsa 1, FC Dallas 1. So pleased that goal went in.
Oh my God, me too. It really would have been not good if they would have gotten it.
I know, I was thinking, what are we going to say?
I know, it would have been rough.
Good job, Michael.
No, that was brilliant.
No, I'm glad that. What's the... Now, I'm not here Saturday because the Roughnecks are playing. So I have no idea who Wayne's got.
Oh gosh, that's scary. And then I may or may not, my best friend who I'm in her wedding is getting married on Sunday morning.
All right.
And so we're doing a lot of stuff Saturday night. And I
Right.
told her I was going to try to come to this, and she was